So I've now completed both the sides here. See, this is the front side that I made first, and this is the back side. But after even I made this, I can see that you see it is still loose, and it is not seated properly. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can add more rows of POT with smaller size beads, and also continue the same way. But I am thinking I will make like a, a network of beads around here, so that it will be a design element also, and it will also hold all the beads up together like this, and it will be a much more better fit. I'm going to be making a network of beads to and fro, I mean across this piece, so that it will be a more, it will catch the stone more clear, properly. So this is not any particular pattern. I'm just picking up some beads on my fireline thread, and I'm going to make some crisscross designs across this, so at random in different shapes, so there is no particular shape that I'm aiming for. And also I have nothing particular in plan as to how to what kind of a design I'm looking for. So this will be just some random network of beads with one small star in between. This is how it looks after I completed the webbing. My purpose of creating a backing or a web-like structure to hold the stone is done. So design is something that I made up as it came. So once that is done, then now I am ready to add the edging in the front, and also to add the bail. So before that, let me wind up this thread, or let me finish this properly. I'll also be going all around the POT stitch beads once again for reinforcement before I move to the front. So after finishing the back, I have now come with the thread to the upper side or the top side of it, and I'm making this very simple um, a picot edging, because there is a lot of design opportunities, when we make a right angle wave. So I'm picking up one faceted bead in between, and I'm making a picot edge. A picot edge is when you pick up three beads and pass it through the next one, so it forms a kind of a peak like this. I'll be doing this all around. Here I've completed the picot all around, as you can see. Once I've completed the picot, now you can see that these picots are kind of a bit little loose. If you can see, you know you can either leave it like this, or if you want to make them really stand out like peaks like this, where they are quite firm, they don't bend like these. So what we have to do is we have to run the thread once again all over through the picots, but avoiding this bead which is on the top. So this is what you will do. So just run, no picking up beads or no adding beads anywhere at all. You will just pass the beading thread through all the beads that we went through in the last time. This is getting a little, yeah, okay. I think I've run out of thread, so I'll. And when we come to this three beads that we added here, we are going to pass through the first one and skip the center bead here, and pass your needle with the thread through the second one and all the other beads in that line. See, when you do that, and when you pull, a nice peak will form and then it will be more sturdy. So again we will go through the beads here. Again only the first one, and then skip the center bead and pass your needle through the rest of the beads. If you can pick up all of them in one go, you can do that too, like this. And when you pull, your picot will be more better than these loose ones here. So we'll do this all around to finish this row. So after doing the second round to stabilize these peaks, I passed my thread around all the beads like I told you, skipping the ones which are on the tips. So now what I am going to do is I am going to add a small bail for this to hang it like this. So my piece is going to be hanging lengthwise like this. So I have chosen this place to add the bail. To add the bail, you see I have just added new thread here, and I'm using again I'm using the Fireline bonded thread because I want it to be a little more sturdier, because it has to carry the weight of this piece. So instead of using the nylon Nymo, I have started using this again, the Fireline thread. So you see I've chosen a place where I will be adding a bail, and what I'm going to do is I'll be adding a herringbone stitch bail. So my thread is coming out of one of the beads. I'll make um, the bail with these beads, or I could even make it with the golden, or even if I had something like this, I could have done that. But now I've chosen to continue with this green bead. I've picked up two on my needle, two, and I will go through the adjacent bead like this, and see they will sit exactly like a herringbone stitch. Now here what I can do is I can even add one golden bead on the side. So I'll pick up one size 11 champagne gold that I used for the necklace. So I'm just turning it to this side because I feel it easier to work on in this direction. So pick up two beads again, go down one bead, then I'm just changing my direction so it's easy for me to work. Pick up one more size 11 and go up the other bead. So this bail is going to be a herringbone herringbone stitch bail. So go down, pick up two, go down like this. So this time instead of turning my work, I'm just doing it the same in the same direction for purposes of the video. So pick up the size 11, go up one bead, see, this is why I don't do that, because if I was in this direction, uh, you know it would be easier for me. Now pick up two more, go down one. Your herringbone is formed now. So I'll turn this side, pick up one size 11, pick up to size 8, go down the adjacent bead like this, pick up 111, okay. So this I will make to the length, so when I fold it I should be able to have a chain pass through this. So I will continue till I get that length. So I've made this length now, and see, when I roll it up like this and attach it here, it will form, sorry, see, when this chain, when I will attach it here, you see it will, this will be the size of the hole where you can put your chain. So I think this should be a good fit for a comfortable chain around this for this piece. So I'm going to stop working here, but I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to stitch it into a loop as immediately, because you see, when I started this, I started with a single strand of thread, and then all over I worked with a single strand, and I don't think it is good enough to carry this weight. So what I will do is, I'll go back and forth this same stitch, herringbone stitch that I've made, see, like this. Let me get it in the direction that I am comfortable with. See, I'll go through all the beads, all the green beads only, not the gold. I'm just going down the same path of as the beads. See, after I reach here, I will again weave my thread through this whole thing. I'll weave it around here and come back to this line. Okay, now I'm doing this because I want to have a good strength to hold this heavy piece. Okay, if I don't do that, the thread might give away sometime, because this centerpiece is quite heavy. See, these are all things that that we can decide only as we are making the pieces. See, I'm weaving my way back up to reach this side. So because it is right angle weave stitch, you know the path of the right angle weave. So use your thread, your needle, to weave in the same direction like that. Quite tricky to get yourself in that angle. I understand. But let me see if I can get through only this bead here, because it's taking me some time. Yeah, because I wanted it to be in the same direction as the right angle wave, so that's why I was struggling. So now that I'm here, I'll go up this spine here once again. Okay, so again the same once again, because now here on this piece we have two strands of thread, but whereas here this is it was just only one pass. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Take the thread all the way down, weave it inside here, come back up again and go back, and then and only then I might join, or I think yeah, I think then that's when I will join. So the same procedure, go down, weave it, come back and do the same thing again to make it more sturdy. So I've gone through that twice now, and now my thread is here at the top. I'm going to now make it into a loop. So to make it into a loop, what I will do is, so I'll take this herringbone and again place it in the same spot where I started. If you remember, I started here. These are the two beads, and from there I picked up two and started the herringbone. So in the same place, I can join it also. So I'll bring my thread down like that. Okay, and now I have to move my thread to reach here. So I can even just do like this, so but I'll not do because my thread will be seen. So what I will do is I'll take my thread down this path and come on the other side. So this is not any hard and fast rule that you have to do it like this. These are what I have learned along the way. That is, specifically, I cannot say there is a method that somebody has taught me or I have seen it. So these are ways in which I maneuver it. So could be somewhat difficult or not easy method, but this is the way that I do it. Okay, so the thread has come out here now. So now I can now pass my thread up here. No, sorry, to pass my needle up here, because my needle is also already bent. I'm finding it little difficult. And now this one. So you see, if you see closely, you cannot see the thread path that any threads out of the way. So that's why we have to do that. And see, after you finish joining it, just make sure that your join is straight, and also from the front, if you see, it should you know it should be straight and tight. Okay, and this is the way you will be hanging it. So make sure that everything is correct before we proceed to complete the join. Now, so we have joined it once. Now that's not enough also. Again you have to pass. Again what I will do is I'll bring the needle down to this side. Again I'll do the join once again. Okay, I've joined it this side. Now I have to join it to the other side, so I can even take the thread down like this to this bead. These are all my shortcuts. Uh, So the purpose is the thread that you are adding must not be seen. So that's the purpose. So however you get it, we should be able to do. Okay. So this is twice I have made the join. I think that should be a good enough join. And now again I'll go back the same thread. Sorry, the same bead. And now I can since I've made the join twice, I think I can stop here, and then I can take my thread down so in between and bury it, and then wind up the thread. So I'm just going through one of the beads here. So now we have the choice of um, we can make knots in places which you think are appropriate, and then you can finish up the thread. So I'll just make since I've already come out of this bead now, I think that is not necessary, so I'm just taking it out. Okay, so the thread is here. I can go down. I can go down here and I can start making the knots. If that is not comfortable, then I can even move it to some other place and start making the knots. So I made one knot now. So I can pass my thread again in this bead, or I can pass it through any other knot so far. So pass it in your beadwork to wherever your needle leads you. Okay, so my thread came up here. You can go back if nothing is going to be seen here. This is the tail thread from where I started, so I'll just cut that off. Now it's here. I can even choose to make a knot. So that's it, we are done. See, this is the bail through which we can put our chain, and this work is completed now. Thank you for choosing to watch my tutorials, and also for your patience to watch this long video. Please support me by your subscription and sharing.